In the previous video, we defined the inverse of a matrix and looked at how to find the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix using row operations. In this video, we're going to look at how to find the inverse of a matrix, A, where A is our original matrix, using a formula. So we have matrix A, which is a 2 by 2 matrix, with row 1, 5, and 7, and row 2, 3, and 4. We want to find A prime using a formula. The formula is A prime equals 1 divided by A times D minus B times C times D, negative B, negative C, and A. So if we take a look at our matrix, where we have 5, 7, 3, and 4, you might imagine that each entry corresponds to a letter. So 5 corresponds to A, 7 corresponds to B, 3 corresponds to C, and 4 corresponds to D. Using this information, we can fill in our values in the formula below. So we'll just plug everything in. So we have 1 divided by 5 times 4 minus 7 times 3 times 4, negative 7, negative 3, 5. If we simplify our fraction, we get 1 over 20 minus 21. That gives us 1 over negative 1, which is simply negative 1. So now we have negative 1 times 4, negative 7, negative 3, 5 as the entries in our 2 by 2 matrix. And then we just take our scalar, negative 1, and multiply it by each entry. This changes the sign for each one. So we have negative 4, 7, 3, and negative 5. And this is our inverse matrix, A prime. As you can see, if you're given a 2 by 2 matrix and you need to find its inverse, assuming it is invertible, this formula is much quicker and easier than applying row operations. So it's very useful to know. This concludes our example, pretty short one. Hopefully you found it helpful, and we'll see you next time.